Is it ghosting, or do they realize that their words mean absolutely nothing to you and therefore they stopped wasting their time? Hey, let's hang. So I would like to talk about ghosting. I feel like there's an angle, a perspective that has kind of been missing out in the general conversation. And maybe I just haven't watched those videos. That's fair. That's totally fair. But maybe it's just uncomfortable and it's not the angle most people want to go at with it, because it kind of sucks to be on the receiving end. My feeling with that is sometimes good. Sometimes why does it have to be a negative though? Why can't it just be your paths crossed and that's all that it was ever meant to be? It wasn't meant to be more. Is it okay? Why are you taking it so personal? Was it ghosting, or did life happen and it was never anything personal? You know, you can call them too. Or is it ghosting, or do they realize that their words mean absolutely nothing to you and therefore they stopped wasting their time? Uncomfortable, right? Sometimes there can just simply be misunderstandings. Like there's someone in particular who may feel like I ghosted them, but like I was kind of tired of being misunderstood. I still consider them a friend. I still love them and all that, but I'm tired of the frustration of them not hearing me. Like if you're always going to be assuming the worst possible reason or like the worst possible meaning to a person's words, I don't want to fucking talk anymore, right? Because why would you be friends with a person if you really believe they mean it like that? What is that, you know? And we can't... There are things we can't really fully help someone heal, right? Because all that is somebody else's trauma. They can't hear you because all they're hearing is somebody else's voice and you triggered them, right? But if they're not willing to heal, if they're not doing the work because they're not even realizing that it's getting in the way of their relationships, because apparently they're oblivious, even though they may not seem that way, like what the fuck are you supposed to do about it exactly, my friend? You know what I mean? Mainly, like, it doesn't always have to be a negative. Sometimes it can just be like someone realized that it's just, you know, no. And it doesn't have to be like the worst thing ever. Like if you're just trying to collect friends like Pokemon, like what the fuck, you know? They don't need to be your rare. They're not your foil, bruh. That's the problem that I've been having. Like in my own personal healing journey, I recognize that there are some people that I still haven't reconnected with. And I had to ask myself, why? Like what's really going on there? And it's stuff like that. It's stuff like there's another one who is kind of, it's like that person at work, you know what I mean? Who talks trash about everyone. And you know you're not special. So they're probably talking trash about you too when you're not around, right? Because funny how it's never when somebody can defend themselves and be like, what the fuck are you talking about? Right? It's always when they're not around. Where was I going at with that? So you're just, if they're always talking trash, if they're always starting drama with people, you're just kind of watching them take them down one by one. You know it's coming around to you at some point. And that's really fucking disappointing, right? Because it's like, why is there got to be any drama whatsoever? Why can't you just fucking chill? So like, you know, generally like it could just be distance. It could just be timing. It could just be that hashtag life happened to them. Why are you taking things so personally is my question. Why are you assuming the worst? Like, just why though? Maybe they moved on and you should too, and it doesn't have to be so negative. It doesn't have to be such an insult to you as a person, or maybe you just don't know how to hold yourself accountable and be able to look past the tip of your own nose. Like, I feel like most of the time people just kind of don't even notice that perspective of things. Like, why is somebody going to waste their breath anymore? If they've already clocked that you don't give a shit about anything they say, you don't even hear them, then I guess I have no one to talk to around here. I'm going to go over there. Bye. You know, like what if wherever they are, they're truly wishing you the best, right? What if somebody just thinks, oh, it's been so long. Like, I don't even know if they want to hear from me at this point, right? Maybe they did something dumb and they don't even know what to say, right? Like, maybe just let life be and just recognize that paths cross, they go away, and they can come back together. Like, life be lifing for you too, right? So why can't it be for them as well? Why does it have to be such a negative? Why does it have to be such a thing, right? Like, if things were good, if things were utterly perfect, then, you know, but maybe it just, you weren't jiving. Maybe it's something really freaking simple and it's okay. But, you know, I feel like most of the times that I've caught glimpses of things, it's kind of like, I think I already know why they don't talk to you anymore. I'm just saying, you know, like, kind of got that main character thing and not in a good way going on. And maybe you could have actually heard the other person in the conversation. But maybe I'm also being biased AF, and that's my reason that I stopped talking to people. So you don't hear me. You don't understand me. Who am I talking to exactly and why? And just boop, 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 we're going out of here, you know? And it can be that simple. It doesn't have to be a bunch of negative crap. It doesn't have to be like you're a horrible human being and no one's ever going to be like, what's all the drama? Why I don't know. It's just thoughts. It's just me yapping again, fam. How you doing? Thank you so much for hanging with me and just hearing me out. Ultimately, it's just me yapping and just sharing my thoughts, but I've been wanting to share this thought for a while now because it's like, wait, we're missing something here. We're missing something. Wait. Why are you going that way when there's this perspective here too? And it doesn't at all, any of it have to be a negative. Like, not everyone's meant to be friends, and that's okay. Not everyone's meant to be enemies either. Why can't it just be lifing? Chill. It's okay. Chill. You know, you can still ask them for a referral. They can still be your reference. Shit. But they're not going to help you move. Thank you for hearing me out. I really appreciate that you shared this moment with me and chose to be present. Thanks for showing up, fam. I appreciate you.